Hi everyone, Lamisha here from LamishaSerf-Walls.com, and I am super excited to chat with you today. I am sharing with you a answer to a question that I received from one of my tribe members, and I thought it was a really important question to address because it's something that I hear quite a lot from clients, potential clients, people in social media, and I wanted to share this little tip with you as well as an action step that will get you moving forward. So the question that I received is this: what do you recommend when you can't see a clear path ahead? What do you recommend when it's not clear what you want or when you want everything? So there are two parts of this question, right? So what do you do when you're not really sure what you want, or you have so many things that you want that you kind of don't know where to start? My answer always comes back to focusing on the feeling, focusing on why this thing is important to you, even if it's a whole list of things, right? You have all of these ideas, you have all of these things that are important to you, but what feels most inspired within you? What feels like you have the most passion for in this moment? Whatever that is, go and follow that thread first. Now, it may not be logical, it may not make total sense, you may not even have a clear path defined. Most of us don't when we start these ventures, right? But the idea is that if you follow your passion and you get in contact with the connection of how you feel about something, that is going to power you forward more than just forcing yourself to do something, okay, that maybe you don't feel quite as passionate about. So I have lots of people coming to me because they feel like they don't know what they're meant to do. They don't know what their purpose is. They feel like they don't know what step to take, what job they should be in, what they're passionate about. And a lot of times people are trying to figure that aspect out up here. They're trying to figure out, what's my next step? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I meant to do in this world? What are my gifts? And I always like to pull people back to the question of, well, what is it that you enjoy? What is it that is important to you? What is it that comes easy to you, right? Because 9 times out of 10, this path that we're all looking for is right underneath our noses. And 9 times out of 10, it's the thing that you're doing already. It's the thing you do naturally. It's the thing that you do without thinking, and people notice. You toss it off as, oh, it's no big deal. You don't think it's a huge deal because you've always done this. But the key is that just because you've always done it doesn't make it less extraordinary. Doesn't mean that it is any less important in your passion or purpose, okay? So I want you to think about that if you're struggling with this idea of what the next step is or what your path is, okay? Now, let's address the question of, what do you do when you don't know what to do, right? And I have sort of an interesting belief system around this, and that is that there is no such thing as being stuck, that stuck is truly an illusion, and that there is always, always, always something that you can do to get you moving forward. And the best thing to do is to do anything. Anything. And what I mean by that is thinking about, you want to change the world. Okay, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? You want to change the political system. Okay, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Maybe there's an action step. Maybe there is a phone call to make. Maybe there is a group that you want to attend. Maybe there's a book that comes to mind for you to pick up. But the key is not to analyze, to figure out what you're supposed to do after you do that. You're not supposed to sit there and figure out your whole grand plan, figure out the clear path forward, and then start moving. Because most of us who are on this path, right, find out that the path becomes clear the moment you take your step. Does that make sense? So your path isn't going to be clear of stumbling blocks and clear of blocked paths or clear of potential issues or questions, right? Until you start moving forward. Because the key is that you don't have to figure out the whole plan before you take the first step. And that's that whole saying, you don't have to see the whole staircase before you take the first step. You just have to create. You just have to move. You just have to follow your inspiration. Okay? So how do you do that? Where do you begin, right? It's like the chicken and the egg. So here's an exercise I want you to actually do. And it's something that has been really, really helpful in my path. And whenever I feel like I'm stuck, this is totally helpful and it gives me something to do. grab a piece of paper, and I want you to think of 25 things that you can do right this moment. Stream of consciousness. Don't overanalyze. Don't think about if it's connected to the end result. Don't think about if it's going to bring you that thing and how long it's going to take. I just want you to make a list of 25 things that you can do in this moment to move you forward. Any action. Don't discount anything. I want you to write 25 of them. And then today, I want you to select at least one. Just one, and go do that thing. And the reason I say that is because the moment you start moving, momentum is created. The second you decide that you're going to do something and you go follow that little stream of consciousness and that little stream of intention, the moment you do that, the universe will respond. There will be another idea that comes. There will be a connection that is made. And your sole responsibility is to follow that impulse and act. Follow that impulse and act. Follow the next impulse and act, right? And I think I figured out why the universe doesn't give us this grand plan, right? Think about where you are now. Think about how far you've come. Think about the challenges and the things that you have gotten through to get to where you are right now. Just think about that for a moment. Now I want you to think about what would happen or what would have happened if the universe gave you a plan and said, this is what you're going to be going through. These are the things you're going to be doing to get to where you are in this moment. You'd look at it, you'd laugh, and you'd say, no, thanks, I'm not doing that. Whether you think it's too hard, whether you think that it's not fast enough, whether you think that you're not strong enough to do it, you would not take those steps because it was laid out for you the way that it was. The universe is tricky like that. The whole idea is to put you in a position where you are trusting and acting, trusting and acting, trusting and acting. And that's what this process is going to do for you. So at any time, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter how hard it feels or how tough it may seem, I want you to use this strategy to get yourself unstuck, right? Make a list of 25 things that you can do and then pick one. And then tomorrow, and then follow the next impulse. And then tomorrow, if you find yourself, I don't know what to do, go back to your list, pick another thing and follow that impulse. After a while, the momentum will get going. If you can take your mind piece out of it, stop analyzing it, stop thinking that you have to know the way before it happens. Okay? Step out of that place and allow your intuition to play a role in this. Trust the path, trust the journey. That is what this is about. It's about identifying the next step. It's about trusting our intuition. It's about following through with, the little inklings that we get, and we get them all the time. Does that make sense? So, your strategy for today, your assignment, your action step that will change everything for you, guaranteed, if you are feeling stuck. Make a list of 25 things that you can do. Don't analyze it. Don't think twice about it. Just write it out. And then do one. Then when you're done with that one, if you have an idea, go do that next thing. If you don't have another idea, come back to the list. This is an exercise that does not fail. It will get the momentum going, it will get the energy moving, and it will get you to where you are going, provided that you continue to trust. Okay, I hope this is helpful for you. I hope that this helps you in your path and your journey forward. And if you have a question that you would like me to answer, or you have something that's been bothering you, or you have a challenge that you would like some support or some idea around, feel free to post it in the comments below. Ask your question, and I will take a look and see if I can put together a little answer for you as well. Okay, thank you so much for being here. If you'd like more information about how you can get support and guidance and more hands-on support with your specific journey and your specific issue, feel free to reach out to me at LamishaSerf-Walls.com. Okay, thank you all and have a great day. Bye.